Hotep, Black Power, your brother Shaka Sankofa here again, and just want to talk about the once again the movie Black Power to brother Nate Parker for the phenomenal, not only phenomenal performance, but also the production and the dream and the vision that the creator and the ancestors gave you to put this in motion, because it's not really about you. You move yourself out of the way, and you were thinking about for the generations to come, that they may recognize warriors and gods and goddesses who fought for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. Same thing as Nat Turner said, that he was giving his life for the children and grandchildren and great grandchildren and great great and great great and great great and great great grandchildren to come to recognize his work, that he did put in some work to try to free his people from the bonds of slavery. And he used it. In other words, he beat them motherfucking crackers at their own goddamn game. The same doctrine that they used to enslave us, that's what he used to kill them motherfuckers with. And also, all the people that Nate Parker went, that had money, Oprah, Tyler Perry, and all those other people that, turned their head and told him no, fuck y'all, fuck y'all. Black Power to Tony Parker and Michael Finley, who made major contributions to make this film possible. Black Power to both of you brothers. And, that's one of the things I wanted to discuss, as far as how, we are being perceived, and we have to look at the future. The things that I'm doing right now is for the future of our babies. Our babies, our babies, babies. This is the work that, the Street Law Soldiers and Shaka Sankofa, this is the work that we're putting in. Because most of you motherfuckers out here now are beyond reproach. You're beyond repair. And that's by choice. Some of you motherfuckers refuse to change. You are engulfed in white supremacy, and you don't want a way out. But for those who are looking for a way out, which is a lot of y'all, brothers and sisters, we're gonna those are the people that we work with. Some of you motherfuckers, that you just can't be repaired. It's just that simple. You don't want to be repaired. Because your idea is just laying in a casket, killing motherfuckers, then getting killed, then laying in a motherfucking casket, and then thinking people are gonna be crying and all this bullshit over you, and that you'll be able to see this shit. You've been looking at too many movies. All thinking like fucking Old Dog and Bishop and all that bullshit, man. All that shit is fictional motherfucking acting. That is not reality. So, if you want to, stay in that mind frame and all that bullshit, then go right ahead. But the people who want help, the people who want a way out and looking for a way out and trying to get some instructions and some leeway on fighting their way out of this motherfucking bullshit and this system that we call racism, white supremacy, I'm with you 100%. But those who, and then you got a lot of people that are in denial. They don't want to admit that they're struggling. They don't want to, their pride won't allow them to step up and say, man, I got, substance abuse issues. I'm broke. I got unemployment issues. I'm homeless. I'm fucked all up. Your pride won't let you step forward to ask for the help that you need to better your motherfucking condition and move to the next level. At least move a step forward. A lot of y'all don't want to do that, man. A lot of y'all don't want to do that. A lot of y'all want to continue to be in white supremacy, talk about motherfuckers all day, knocking other people that's fighting this goddamn cracker because you don't have the heart to fight this motherfucker. And that's why a lot of y'all sell out. That's why a lot of you motherfuckers are cooning and shucking and jiving and bootlicking and ass licking and ass kissing this motherfucking cracker because you too afraid to step to his motherfucking ass and tell him what's really, what's really on your mind, what's really on your heart. How you walk up down the street and see how people in these wretched motherfucking conditions and there's nothing you could do about it. And some of y'all just sit around and just talk about it, don't make no sense of how people are. It does make sense when you take a motherfucking people and you take their way, their language, their culture, their spirituality, their history, their moral ways, their folk ways, their way of thinking, and then you enslave them and seduce them to the level of motherfucking servitude, and then you expect them, and wonder why they act like they act, and then you expect them to just rebound. No other race on the planet of this motherfucking earth in the history of this planet has undergone the shit that the black man and woman has undergone. And right now you motherfuckers have groups, the Carlisle group, these motherfucking think tanks and all this right-wing bullshit that y'all have downtown in Washington, D.C., coming up with ways to eliminate and depopulate and destroy people of color. Nobody, a lot of our people don't understand this shit. They don't know that, in D.C., right on Pennsylvania Avenue, you got a building that's designed to deny blacks loans, to keep blacks in poverty. It's only 5 fucking blocks away from the goddamn hood. And most people that live in that hood don't even know that building even exists. And if they do know it exists, they don't know what the day-to-day operations are or what the missions are as far as exterminating people of color. Planned Parenthood is a Planned Parenthood in every goddamn hood. It's a fucking dialysis center in every motherfucking hood, next to a motherfucking liquor store, a goddamn dollar store, and some goddamn Chinese joint in every motherfucking hood. And that's by design. To keep your ass high, keep you drunk and fucked up with that malt liquor and all that bullshit. Then you get hungry, you go to Koreans, they eat that motherfucking rotten ass shit, just killing you from the goddamn inside out. And then when white supremacy takes its toll on you, because that shit, it takes a physical toll on you, then your motherfucking kidneys and your liver and all that shit starts to break down, and then you're on the goddamn nigger machine, which they call dialysis machine. I call it a nigger machine. Only people you see on it is people of color and goddamn poor white jelly sandwich eating, rich cracker, saltine cracker eating, no shoe wearing, trailer park motherfucking crackers. That's it. So, but a lot of us have accepted that. We have accepted those motherfucking conditions, and then what we do, we take it out on each other. You in line to goddamn carry out, getting ready to buy some motherfucking wings, pigeon wings and all this bullshit, but you arguing because you think somebody got in front of you because you was right there drinking that motherfucking malt liquor that got gas and fingernail polish and all that shit mixed in it. So your mind is all destroyed, and then not along with white supremacy, being unemployed, you've been eating goddamn ramen noodles with enough 212 milligrams of motherfucking sodium. That's like 4 tablespoons of goddamn salt raw. So your mind is fucked up. And your thinking is fucked up. You physically, deteriorating. And then you got another to get mad because you think somebody's in line, got in front of you to order, some fucking pigeon wings before you did. And we don't see these things. That's why, we have to look at the generations ahead and stop being selfish and stop trying to live for the weekend like the fucking OJs and begin to put yourself to the side and put in some work for the generations. These babies are coming up, and try to teach them You know who Nat Turner was, who Sojourner Truth, Denmark Vesey, Gabriel Prosser, Fannie Lou Hamer, Nanny Helen Burroughs, Ida B. Wells, and hundreds and thousands of others. And don't let them go down in history being unheard of. Just like for instance, years later, in the future, people they'll be studying history when they go to sports. They'll talk about Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan. You're not going to hear about Len Bias. You're not going to hear about Steve Francis and other brothers and Allen Iverson and other brothers who put in some motherfucking work. Steve Francis was probably one of the highest jumping brothers that ever played the game for his height and size. But you'll never hear about that until we get down in the trenches and tell the truth about our real people. Because Michael Jordan is not our hero. He's not a hero in the black community. He's just a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Charles Barkley and the rest of them goddamn coons. Stacy Trash, Raven Simone. She looked like a goddamn Fruit Loop bird on a Fruit Loop box. And so many of our people, man, that sell us out. Don Lemon, faggot motherfucker. Then we got nerve to say, like Stephen A. Smith, no headline motherfucker. He sells us out to, he says some fucked up shit. And then what they do when it comes to saying something about the black community, you go hard. You go hard screaming and hollering and all that shit. But when it comes to saying something about them crackers, you don't say shit. You don't say shit. Charles Barkley, this motherfucker had an addiction to Krispy Kreme donuts, a fat pig motherfucking punk. He gets on there talking about he agreed with the Trayvon Martin decision and the Michael Brown decision. Niggas like that. How in the fuck could you agree with some shit like that? You see these people killed on live television, but yet just so you can make the motherfucking devil feel comfortable. You go along with the goddamn oppressor's motherfucking decision. You a motherfucking punk, man. And that go for the rest of you motherfuckers. You bed wenches that, our people, you got our people tricked. Because you wear nice motherfucking suits. You talking all intellectual and all Europeanized and all this shit. And then people think that everything you say is truth. But it's not. That's just the deception that you learn from the deceptor. The motherfucking devils that you work with. And our people buy into that. Because we have no mainstream media. We have limited mainstream media, but we got plenty of this social media shit, and I'm thankful to the creator, for putting it into these goddamn devils, because this is the devil shit that we own. Don't get it twisted. This what the shit that I'm telling y'all now. Well, it may probably won't even make it through, but I'm gonna say it. Because that's where I'm at. That's how I feel. That's what's going on. Because it's the truth. See, truth holds no value in the 9-inch snakes. But if you lie and you tell people to pull themselves up by the bootstraps like the rest of these goddamn house niggas that change and success is possible, then you the shit then. I can't do it. And I don't like using that word. I'm not going to do it. I'm one of the field slaves. I'm thinking of a way not only to just escape for myself, but get everybody off the plantation, but prior to leaving it, burn that motherfucker down with everybody in that bitch. That's the type of slave I am. And I'm not going to say, oh, if I was in slavery, or I wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have done that. Yes, I would have. To get... Because once again, I'm not thinking about myself. I'm thinking about future generations. So I'm going to have to get out there. I will have to get out there and pick cotton, take the lash of that whip. Watch my mother get raped, and gang raped. Watch my wife get gang raped, pissed on, and and then and possibly me getting raped more than likely, because they used to call that buckbuster, when they take the toughest motherfuckers on the plantation and put them in the middle of everybody, let everybody see them, tie them up in front of everybody, his wife, his children, and they take his pants down and they fuck him. They call it buckbusting, when they try to break a motherfucking soldier. And they doing the same shit now. The same shit now. These crackers have the same mentality. It's just a different technique is just being used. They're using the pistol. They're using the police department. When these crackers, the same way when they tell you get your hands up, put your hands on the hood of the car. It's the same shit as getting buck busted. Once again, your legs are spread, your hands on the motherfucking hood of the car. A position for this motherfucker to bust your motherfucking ass. It's the same shit. But we don't want to look at that. We don't pay no attention to that. We enjoy that type of shit. We look at TV like when they put these shows on. Empire and Power. No blacks protested about none of them shows. Have and have nots. Wasn't no protest, wasn't no squabble about that. Because we enjoy the drama. Look forward to seeing somebody get fucked over, somebody commit adultery, some nigga find out which motherfucking nigga is gay, which motherfucking cracker is fucking this nigga, and which men are kissing, and all this bullshit. Nobody said no protest, nothing about that. But as soon as Birth of a Nation come, it's a whole bunch of shit. You bring this brother's, history up and all this shit. You didn't do it for Braveheart. Nobody said that when Mel Gibson's racist motherfucking ass, made Braveheart and Passion of the imaginary Christ. Nobody said shit. Because y'all know, deep down inside, you motherfuckers know that movie is going to wake some motherfuckers up. You know that. Not the motherfuckers in my generation. These motherfuckers, they done. Most of them done. All they want is some dope, motherfucking 40, some fucking Newports, some goddamn crack, some powder to blow and all that bullshit, and a motherfucking football jersey on whatever hometown they live in. They motherfuckers cheer for that goddamn team. And most of the people that are diehard fans, black people, never will ever get a motherfucking season ticket. Never. But they buy the jerseys, they buy the hats, they put the shit, they dress their car, get their cars painted. These niggas are sick. Then they say, we play Denver tomorrow. The fuck is we? What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck, we play Denver. We lost to New York and all this bullshit. Sound is the same way during slavery. Same way in slavery. We play Arizona next week. We going to the playoffs. Same shit. Same shit. We just got so-and-so. I hope we get so-and-so. And same way with the draft. Same way as an auction block. Make sure you got all 32 teeth, how fast this nigga can run, how high this nigga can jump. See if this nigga tie a goddamn, and I've seen it. They tie a goddamn tractor trailer or tie to his goddamn back and see how fast he can run with a motherfucking tractor trailer tied up around his goddamn waist. Shit like that. And then they say the San Francisco such and such or the Milwaukee such and such pick. It's just the same way. And you get up on the auction block and you're crying, and you get the first suit you ever wore, tailor-made suit you ever wore with the baseball hat on, crying, hugging these crackers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And because they get your mother a house, which they're going to take back. Because 90% of motherfucking black sports athletes, 2 years after they finish playing, 90% of them are bankrupt and broke and divorced. Because the Barbie doll, that white Barbie doll that you chose over the sister in the hood that dealt with you when it wasn't nothing but goddamn noodles in your goddamn cabinet. You cut her off and got you a motherfucking snowflake bitch, you know, and now she gone to the next nigga. Not knowing they are trained. These white bitches are trained. They're trained by their fathers and grandfathers to do that. These motherfuckers are straight right-wing conservative racists. And they use their daughters as pawns on the chessboard to take the goddamn king down and take his motherfucking money. Leave him, his mother, his family, get all his mother's house get repossessed or go on foreclosure, their cars get repoed. They got the nieces and nephews and brothers got to come home. They got to drop out of goddamn school because they can't pay the tuition, college tuition no more. You know, but the white bitch, her children, and her real motherfucking white caveman husband that she getting ready to marry, and their goddamn seeds, them little fucking cracklets, you know, that they're gonna breed, you know, they're gonna live good off your motherfucking blood, sweat, and tears. And then you want us to feel sorry for it. Now you want to come back in the hood and talk about all the stories about all the people you met. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit. Now get the fuck out of here. Go where you were at. Go tell the slave master, you know, master, can I have some change? Can I have some of my change back? And see what he tell you. And then what they do, they get somebody else, some other nigga, to do a lifetime special about your goddamn life. Stupid ass nigga. And we go for that shit every day. When are we gonna wake up? That's the question. When are we gonna wake up? You know, first of all, we gotta get some mainstream media so we can give our babies some hope. Let them see some heroes. Let them see some heroes that look like them on the screen, on television, on the news. Besides in sports. You know, who can jump over a nigga, the slam dunk contest. You know, the goddamn all-star game and all that bullshit. The all-star slave game. You know, and what about, you know, because it's just as many people in college, black people in college that it is in the penitentiary. But all you hear about is all you see is mass incarceration. Mass incarceration. That's the new plantation there, where you're forced to work in prison. You know, you'll never see on TV where a brother or sister has graduated from med school, is getting ready to become one of the top surgeons in the country. You know, you don't hear about nothing like that. So our children don't believe that this type of shit exists when all they see on Grey's Anatomy is goddamn crackers doing these motherfucking operations. So they don't see themselves in a heroic, you know, in a heroic motherfucking roles. So they develop a subordinate motherfucking way of thinking. And that's the way they think, you know. You know, just like historic black car, HBCs, you know, opposed to these Ivy League colleges. Ivy League teach these motherfucking crackers how to rule governments, you know, own corporations, big buildings and shit in every major city. Black colleges teach niggas how to be good employees for the motherfucking cracker. So when a brother or sister graduates from college and gets a job working for a cracker, they think they have made it. They actually think they have made that they think they are a success. You know, and then the cracker tells them, you know, don't go back in the hood, don't give them niggas nothing. You earned all this, you know, and you have to conduct yourself like a European. Otherwise, we're gonna get rid of your ass. You know, instead of him being a spook that sat by the door, you know, and get in there and then learn this shit and then come back out and open his own corporation up and bring his own people in. You know, we're not doing that. We just thinking about ourselves. We selfish as always until we assed out in a situation. Then we want help. Then we want to be, you know, all black. Then, you know, you know, just like these crackers, they trying to be like you. They sisters trying to be like you. You know, the sisters trying to be like them. Dying motherfucking hair, gold hair, and all this bullshit. You black as a chalkboard, but you want gold hair. You know, walking down the street looking like a fucking Pittsburgh Steelers fucking mascot. You know what I'm saying? You got the gold motherfucking hair, black as a chalkboard. You know, but then the white bitches, they going in the they going to surgery. You know, going to buy an ass and some tits so they can have a shape like you. You were born with that. That's in your DNA to be cut up from the butt up. You know, they always been flat. They always been flat. You know, because that came from them sitting in the caves, just sitting in the caves and getting drugged by the motherfucking man, by the cracker, drug on the ground, on their backs, ass flat. You know, then the other, most of the time they sat back on their flat asses in the caves and watched the white man fuck dogs and all that type of shit. You know, they only use you for a sperm receptacle. You know, because he has that animalistic motherfucking behavior. You know, being because it's like the Roman Empire. You know, with the help of No Obama. You know, he signed the bill, you know, and saying that, you know, now this can be like the Roman Empire now. You know, and he signed a bill February 9th of this year that not only can a motherfucker marry another man, he can marry his motherfucking dog, he can marry a cat. You know, these crackers been going to the justice of the peace, dressing the motherfucking dog up like a bitch. You know, going down there marrying her. Now you may kiss the bride. A motherfucking dog, put him on his hind legs and tongue kiss him. And take him home and, you know, lick his motherfucking ass. That's how nasty these motherfuckers and beastly. That bestiality is on an all-time high right now. Really a goddamn epidemic. And then 2 years later, you look at TV on the commercial, they got motherfucking crackers running through the grass and shit. You know, acting like they don't have no care in the world because they done found a drug that gets rid of the motherfucking shit that they got from fucking these animals. You know, Luvakill and, you know, all these different types of names and all that. And the crackers just running and all happy and shit, you know, running in the park or in the forest because, you know, no longer, then they say side effects. The side effects is more than what the goddamn symptom is. You know, and they get their shit from bestiality. You know, told me that, you know, if you hold a snake's head, they'll fuck a snake in the mouth and all this old shit. You know, niggas be laughing and all this shit, and, you know, and why they have sex with animals, and, you know, that's why they say a dog is their best friend. Because he's not gonna tell, he's not gonna be able to tell when the crackers put meat in his ass, fucking him, you know, eating the dog's pussy, you know, all that old shit. You know, it's all, if you don't believe me, you're going to bestiality. It's all on social media about bestiality. I got pictures of the motherfuckers, the wife there in the woods naked, you know, the husband and wife naked in the motherfucking woods. She holding his waist while he got his dick in a motherfucking goat's ass, a goat. You know, where the motherfucker shitting on, you know, a husband and wife eating a shit turd. You nasty motherfuckers. You know, this is where all the diseases come from. You know, black people only had sickle cell, little shit like that, TB, and cases of pneumonia and shit like that. You know, because diabetes was a motherfucking diabolical scheme. You know, if it wasn't, they wouldn't have dialysis machines and all this shit just in the black community. You may see one dialysis machine in a white community and it's going to be on the goddamn outskirts. It's going to be inside of a building. You're not going to know where it's at. You're not going to be able to visibly know where it's at because there's not going to be no signs and all that shit advertising. But if you go in the black community, you see dials with lights, all, you know, lit signs and neon and all that bullshit. You know, with a motherfucking carry out, the goddamn liquor store, dollar store, and motherfucking McDonald's, you know, Burger, Murder King, Crackdonald's, You know, Taco Hell, Drunken Donuts, and all that bullshit. All that shit stays in the hood. Chronic, you know, all that shit. You know, so, you know, my thing is, you know, and is to drop this shit for our babies. Give our babies, you know, give our babies a chance to live. Let them see our heroes, you know, because I'm not going to rest, you know, till history records my motherfucking work and my greatness. I'm sorry. Nothing else don't count. Nothing else will never count. You know, when people look, you know, when your great-great-grandchildren look in a book or something and they see, you know, or go online and see your motherfucking name and see what you stood for, they give them something to fight for. Because at the rate we going, not the next generation, the generation after that, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. You may not even see any heavily melanated people no more if we're not careful, because they're working on that too. In Africa, they're working on making a motherfucking mulatto goddamn country out the entire continent of Africa. That's why 70% of the Nigerian women are bleaching their skin. And they trying to get over here, you know, because they're looking at white as being the status symbol of beauty in the Nine Snakes, which is not. A white bitch hates to be pale. Hates to show her true color, which she doesn't have no color. But she hates to show that raw ass chicken meat, raw ass motherfucking skin that they got. They hate that. They even got a spray that they spray on themselves before they go into public, man, to try to look like they have some type of they gotta have some type of melanin in their motherfucking asses. And they don't. They don't. You know. And we gotta wake up. You know, we have to wake up. You know, those who want to ride, you know, and trying to look for a way out mentally and spiritually, you have to clean. You know, it's a process where you cleanse yourself from the inside out. You know, don't let nobody hold your past against you. You know, because if you're conscious right now, or you putting in work, and you had a fucked up past, you had to go through that to get to where you at. I'm not ashamed to say I was a street nigga and got tied up in a rack of shit and drugs and all that bullshit, weapons and guns and armed robberies and all that bullshit in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? But see, and that's another thing. You know, motherfuckers that are jealous of people that been locked up because they know in their mind they couldn't see themselves being locked up because they probably think they'll get their motherfucking cakes busted. You know, and everybody in prison is not gay and don't chase fags and all that shit. You know, you got 1 out of every 10 that do that bullshit. You know, the rest of the brothers are trying, you know, working on their cases, exercising, trying to change their diets, their way of thinking. Then you got a percentage of them that just running around because they got forever and they just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you know, most of your best people, Malcolm, Martin, most of your best motherfucking strongest people, Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, even Asala Shakur, some of your best motherfucking strongest Africans, man, had to go through that dismal crypt to get to the other side. Sometimes that's the only way that you can. The creator and the ancestors, that's the only solution for you to get to the other side to fulfill your goddamn destiny. You have to go through this. Because we can be hard-headed and we can get stuck and we can get caught up where we can't see a way, where we can't do it for ourselves in terms of getting out getting out those particular situations. So, you know, y'all know this is my trademark. You know, but you know, and a lot, you know, and we have to do an internal cleansing. A lot of us don't want to do that because it requires work and it's too painful. And motherfuckers got too much pride to cry. Men, you know, too motherfuckers got too much pride to break down because it take a lot of heart and strength for a grown man to break down, especially if he's in the process of growing and going to the next level and he has to get rid of that particular pain. Takes a lot of heart to do that. and unselfishness. So um, your brothers be hating on that type of shit, and then you be hating on the fact that a lot of them brothers come out and they be different people, because you want them, even family. Some family will never let you be a different person. They will always look at you in the worst situation, and condition, in your life. You gonna always be, druggie or motherfucking convict to and sometimes family is the worst motherfuckers, because those type of family members won't do nothing to nobody outside. They won't do nothing, especially to the cracker and nobody outside. So that's why they put all their pain and frustration is within. And then they know a family member ain't gonna knock their motherfucking ass out, as fast as somebody on the street when they come out their mouth with that bullshit. And that's what I'm saying. That's why the black families, and that's one of the reasons why they are in disarray. Because everybody want to be in charge. Everybody want to be the best motherfucker. Everybody want to be the one that's doing the most. Everybody want to be the smartest one. Everybody want to be the sharpest one. Everybody want to be the best looking one. And all this old shit that don't count. It don't even fucking matter. So you'll do it and say anything to your own motherfucking brothers and sisters, man. Just to get some motherfucking false approval from somebody that's probably got more issues than you do. So, that's some sad shit, and I see it all the time. And just like me, myself personally, I'm not going to change the way I talk. To make somebody else comfortable or to act a certain motherfucking way. This is me. I'm not changing. My mission don't change. I'm down for black power forever. Black liberation forever. Black salvation forever. I'm always down for that. But I'm not gonna act like no motherfucking cracker and all that bullshit so you can feel comfortable. You don't want to watch this shit? Don't turn on something else. Turn on some old weak, watered down gay shit that fits your motherfucking, fits your demeanor, fits your energy. But if you want some raw shit and the truth, which is the most important thing, the truth, then I'm gonna keep banging. I'm gonna keep banging regardless. It's just that simple. You don't know my motherfucking story yet, but y'all gonna know. Cause I'm as we go along in all these DVD series, you'll find out. Cause I'm not a motherfucking, what they call, Twitter as a new trigger and all that bullshit. No, that's not me. I'm not gonna hide behind a goddamn laptop and be a motherfucking killer. I can see you in any way. If it has to go that way, if you allow your image and your pride while you watching this shit with your queen, and you get hatred in your heart and you start critiquing me, call yourself critiquing me, but what the fuck are you doing? I'm out here feeding the homeless. We out here providing food and clothing, referrals to shelters. I'm certified to do this shit. I've been to CAC school and all that, certified to do this shit. This after the penitentiary and all that old shit. So before you sitting, well, he cursed too much, nigga, fuck you. Simple as that. Cause you want to sit somewhere, and eat a motherfucking croissant with your legs crossed with some Chinese slippers on, putting Vaseline around your lips with your pinky finger and all that bullshit, and faggot motherfucker. I ain't got time for that. This is about some real shit. And I'm gonna be back. Like I said, I'm gonna be back. We just gonna build together, talk. Always, as always, Honor to the ancestors. Honor to the ancestors. Honor to the ancestors. You know, family members. People that I knew personally that have become ancestors. Those are my heroes and sheroes. First and foremost. Then come the Harriet Tubmans and all that. Because I have them in my family, in my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just one person in slavery. It just wasn't one person that escaped, that helped others escape. So that's first and foremost. My queen, Queen Nzinga Sankofa, who, always there. She's a motherfucking rider, without doubt or contradiction. My mother, bless her heart, and my brothers and sisters and my family out there, in the community, my street law soldiers, Brother Harris Abdul, my right hand comrade, that's my right hand comrade. I'm gonna do in the near future, very near future, I'm gonna dedicate an entire video clip to him. Let y'all know, how things really took place, and I'm gonna get back with y'all soon. Peace, y'all.